Hi, I'm Charlie Haynes, journalist, reporter and producer-director. I find scoops, report live on breaking news and make creative packages for TV, radio and online. Here's a taste of me in action. He said, "OMG, have you seen how badly Mrs F is behaving? Leak the story." Now, in response to this, Mrs Vardy said, "I was just joking when I said this comment." They invited him in, he had dinner, he had drinks, he was regaling them with stories which started about how he was in the Iraq War, and they got to things as extravagant as telling them he had G-force resistant organs implanted and that he was a ejector seat test pilot. Where does that power lie? So the British Virgin Islands is directly elects a premier, but they also have a governor who is the Queen's representative. They are brought over from the British government. My real passion is for exclusives, diving into a topic and turning it into something impactful and in the public interest. Above all, I make sure those people who put their trust in me to tell their stories are well looked after and well protected. Here are just a few of the exclusives that I've brought to BBC News. The BBC's been investigating who offered to pay social media stars to spread this disinformation about COVID jabs. Faz, the influencer marketing firm that approached Leo and Mirko, is actually a part of a company called AdNow, headquartered in Moscow.
19 million NHS dental treatments have been missed since the start of the first coronavirus lockdown in March. Charlie Haynes reports.
The coronavirus restrictions mean dentists have had to cut the number of patients they can see.
The pain starts to become excruciating. A lot, I'd imagine, acid being poured in the eye. I got the sense that they were all closed, and that if you were suffering, the best thing you could do was go home and suffer.
The BBC's Newsnight programme has seen evidence that some NHS managers have tried to stop doctors speaking publicly about shortages of personal protective equipment.
Doctors have been summoned to meetings with management after speaking out, and in some cases have been warned they might find it difficult to get a job in the region.
They hauled me up in front of a panel of senior managers. They gave me a bollocking. They kept on feeding me what felt like government type of lines, saying this hospital has never had PPE shortages.
Can you describe what you're seeing right now?
At the moment, I'm seeing it's a collage of colour and shapes, and then within the collage, I have eyes staring back at me.
Storytelling is a core part of being a reporter. Putting together creative packages, telling personal stories with empathy is my bread and butter, and something I love to do. Why not check these out? You always remember meeting your heroes. 7-year-old Benji is a dedicated Millwall supporter.
My favourite football player is sitting right next to me.
A photo of his graduation posted on Twitter caught the attention of social media users. Sarah, Abbas's sister, saw the post and reached out to him.
Hi, lovely to meet you.
Lovely
to meet you.
How are you?
Are you Shah?
Yeah, I'm Shah. Yeah, how are you?
Karim met with Sarah and Abbas's brother Shah, also an orthopaedic surgeon. Julie gave birth in 1979, but her baby was stillborn. He had died in the womb. The experience she had then is still with her today.
I just thought that they'd thrown him away then. I was taken on the ward where everybody's got the babies. They did find a side room for me. I could still hear all the babies.
When not reporting, I'm usually behind the camera, producing and directing eye-catching and engaging TV. I run teams on location and direct programmes to make them a real joy to watch.
Come here, Bess, come here. Come on. Watch out.
Rebanks is finished now, he's old, he's had his day, but didn't he look after it well? There's 15,000 trees that wouldn't have been there otherwise. The soil's in absolutely top nick. There's a really top flock of Herdwick sheep that goes to the fell and comes back 6-8 times a year. If I've contributed in any kind of way at all to both the traditions of this place and to putting it back together and looking after it ecologically, I go to sleep for the last time happy.
If you've liked what you've seen, why not drop me a message on Twitter or on LinkedIn and let's have a chat.